guys, so today we are going to do a Q&A with Jeannie and Temple. So while we're doing the Q&A, I'm going to be braiding Temple's hair because this is how we spend our quality time together. So Temple's going to be asking the questions and we'll answer as we go. Sounds good? So we got some questions that we've written up that you guys had asked us through Instagram. And if you guys aren't following us there already, please follow us at it's celestial_temple. And let us begin. Go ahead, babe.
My man, he picked it. Alright. Favorite animes or a few?
Favorite animes. Alright, so my favorite one so far, as of recent, has been, I guess Haikyuu.
Berserk, yeah, old school warrior soldier style.
Yeah, I think Temple definitely has an affinity for like the older style of anime.
Psychopaths is good.
Yes.
Those, yeah.
So,
those kind of things.
Those are really cool.
Next joint. What's your favorite Celestial Temple candle scent?
Ooh.
Y'all should know mine, but.
Celestial Temple candle scent. Well, for sure, my favorite would be probably Celestial Genie. But like if I had a runner up, I think I probably would say Mystical Melon. Yeah, for sure. So Mystical Melon is like a honeydew melon scent. It's really sweet, really nice. And then Celestial Genie is a red tea with lychee. And if you don't know what lychee is, it is a fruit that is found in Southeast Asia. They've definitely imported it over here now, so you guys can definitely get those. They're probably in season now. What about yours, babe?
Bro, main squeeze, which should have been named lemon cake, but
yeah, but that wouldn't have been fun.
Yeah, I guess it's too much on to the point.
Right.
Instead of like thought provoking or whatever.
So main squeeze is the beautiful, in my opinion, I think it's more like a pound cake icing.
Yeah.
I think it's more of the icing rather than the actual cake, but it smells like fresh baked lemon pound cake for sure.
Yeah, my mom didn't do it that way. She just had a straight up regular old cake with, I'm not quite sure what the filling was, vanilla or lemon. Most likely it was interchangeable to her, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But the icing was, oh God, 1,000% super cholesterol lemon. Super
like a
lit,
lot of lemon to it, right?
mega cheap cholesterol lit lemon.
Word.
Some freaking kid like me just eating that shit from the spoon, like straight out the carton sometimes, just not giving a fuck.
Yeah, I think the thing is with lemon cake is that I'm a really big citrus person. I really love citrus. And lemon is definitely one of those citrusy ones that I would go to and have all the time. It's funny because we always would try to get lemon cake in the house, but like it doesn't really last long when we do have it though. Like disappears immediately.
Mom's is the best, yo. I don't even substitute that shit anymore. How tall are you? This sounds it's like a baby question.
I'm 5'2". I should be 5'2", yeah. So 5'1", 5'2". And for Temple,
6'2", bro.
is 6'2".
Yeah.
So we're a whole foot different.
A whole foot different. That's a whole life differences. Whole foot different. That's cool. I like that. We're whole foot different.
Bro, I'm gonna need more questions if we're gonna be going at them at this speed, bro.
I mean, how else do you want me to elaborate? You want me to get started?
Nah.
Let's get narcissistic with it, or narcissist with it. I'm a whole 6'2", beautiful skin, dark,
Oh, God.
scrumptious, messed up beard for right now because of COVID stuff. Getting my hair did, so that's
what
gonna
about
be
nationality?
done.
Can't forget that.
I'm American. My family's Bahamian, but I'm American, bro. Like,
well, I am also American, but I am 100% Vietnamese. Grew up in Brooklyn. Well, no, technically I was born in Brooklyn, but I grew up in Boston, and then recently, 10 years or so now, I have been living in the Bronx.
yeah, but they just want to know how Toby is.
Yes,
But,
you is Toto.
yeah. Like, let's see. Where are you from? Oh, shit.
How long
Oh, I
did it
see.
take for Temple to meet your parents? So,
Did. Look at the way you
my handwriting, I know. I know.
Your handwriting's-
So, we took about 9.5 years, almost 10. Yeah, it took about 10 years to meet my parents. I do blame part of it for just me being very reluctant.
Shook, bro. You were scared.
I was scared.
Don't be using the big ass words. You was mad scared, bro.
A part of me was just like, my parents are, I guess you could say my parents are very strict, right? And I, for one, just was like, nah, it is what it is. I could care less. So it did take us some time.
It took you some time. Like, most of it was just me instilling in her, like, bro, relax. You're grown now. You're out of the crib. Why are you scared of certain things, like pertaining to your parents? Like, I understand love and fear into your parents at the same time. It's a very hard emotion to deal with. I've been there. A lot of people been there. You're not the only one. But from someone who has experience in that field, came from shit like that, like a hard upbringing than her. I still have mad love and fear for my parents, but still, like, if I have to stand up for something I believe in, and myself especially, I'm gonna be like, hey, yo, you gotta meet Jeannie, or you gotta do this, or you gotta do that for me, and blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I don't want to sound like entitled and all this other type of shit. But when Jeannie met my parents, it was like overnight type of shit. I was like, bro, she's here. Okay, lit. I guess I got a day off or some shit like that. It was basically like, what's convenient for me? Not as opposed to, okay, what's the most presentable, convenient way for my parents' sake? No. It was like, bro, it's a nice day. I bet we're gonna go run up on moms. Like that.
I think it also pertains to the fact that, like, just the boys bringing home the girls is completely different from a girl bringing home a guy and stuff too.
But in today's day and age, all that stuff has to be abolished.
Right. So Temple and I actually got together. We started talking about 3 to 4 months before we actually got our own place and moved in. Right. So I was in Boston at the time and he was in New York, and we ended up getting a place and we moved in. And I believe within like the next week or two, I went and met his parents. His parents knew of me already. They've heard about me at one point or another. And that's when I met his parents. But for my parents, it was just more like, everything was a very big secret. And then eventually I just stopped caring, and I was already moving on with my life, and I was already doing things the way I wanted to do, where I just no longer cared enough to be like, oh yeah, you still have to meet my parents. You know?
It's like, yeah, with the way she is, it's like, she does what the F she wants. That's great. But when it came to that was holding her. That was holding her back. That was like the only kind of thing that I was like, it'll be a good look, but I'm in a relationship with her, not with her parents. So I could really care less.
Right.
Especially the way I grew up, like rebel-ish, New York, crazy ass kid. I didn't give a bro. I was wilding.
Right.
But
I think it's
I did have enough, like, you would say, like, virtues and values in me, I guess, to be like, hey, I should meet them, bro. Like, I should eventually.
Eventually, but once they did meet, it was
Motherfucker left me. The way I said it was me.
yeah.
Yeah, but that's my head.
Does it hurt? I'm sorry.
It doesn't. I'm tough head. Been cracked over the skull a bunch of times. Do you think? What is that?
Do you think your relationship is old-fashioned?
Psych.
Well, I think some aspects of our relationship is old-fashioned. Some of the things that we do are still considered old-fashioned.
Like?
Well, obviously the number one thing that is not old-fashioned is that we are a interracial couple, right? So we
So
in
that's
that sense,
major. That's super big.
In that sense, we are not old-fashioned.
Okay.
Right. But I think some of the values and some of the things behind it or the takeaway in relationships are kind of old-fashioned. Let's see. In terms of well, I guess kinda, right? The man runs the household kind of thing. Well, I don't think so because we both kind of run the
Bro, there's nothing old-fashioned about us. Everything that we derived from our parents, we kind of like, we took cool shit and we made it cooler because we made it our own. And then supposedly messed up shit that we don't care about, we don't even get into, and we just curve to the side. There's really nothing, I guess, old-fashioned about us. Like,
yeah, I mean,
we're not like boomers or anything.
I guess we're not really old-fashioned,
bro. Like, if the question's in here or not, but the way we met, it's probably in there.
It's probably in there.
Yeah, but the way we met, how the hell is that old-fashioned?
Okay, true.
The way we met on a. If the question's in here, my bad, but whatever.
Well, don't say it now, because I'm pretty sure the question is, because I remember there being a question.
But a lot of stuff is not old-fashioned, especially like with crystal stuff. How long has like the crystal industry have been popping? Like,
well, technically, the crystal industry comprises of diamonds as well, and the diamond industry has been around for quite a while.
I mean, yes.
Right?
Yes,
and then on top of that, gemstones and semi-precious gemstones have been known to be used in Egyptian time as well. So technically, gemstones and crystals have been around for a long, long time. A lot of people, in terms of the indigenous people, use different practices that involve crystals at the same time. And we are essentially just utilizing what we learned from them. Crystals is not a new thing. We just relabel it as either home decor, or we relabel it as in terms of obsessive collection and stuff like that. But crystals have been around for a very long time.
Yeah. In any of my like relationships, I never necessarily incorporated the business into the relationship.
Right.
Because I feel like, this business is part of the relationship.
Yeah. So for sure, you're right. I don't think we are old-fashioned in any sense. Even the ideas of when we think about our relationship, like growth with marriage and stuff, we don't believe in the whole, getting married, having a big ass wedding, and blah blah blah. We kind of did things backwards.
Like, if it's gonna be marriage, it's gonna be so smooth and so cool and chilled. That is not this ginormous, pressure-invoking, mega ceremonious labeling thing. It's gonna be like, oh shit, them two is married,
right?
And It's gonna be so cool and chill, like, and laid back. But I was looking that way while you're saying that marriage stuff, because when I went to see you in Boston, I wanted a flower because I was into that stuff at that time.
Right. So here's another.
So that's not old fashioned. That's just like, bro, you're gonna get me a flower. I mean, at the same time, I went to your city, so you should be hooking me up.
Well, besides that, sir. So Temple has this thing.
When you came here, I hooked you up.
No, you didn't,
bro. All right, but go on with what you were saying.
So, the thing with Temple is he doesn't buy flowers, right? He's not your romantic, your traditional romantic.
I'm sneaking in with a whole ginormous bouquet.
Right. So
that's kind of cringe.
Doesn't buy flowers. I buy flowers for him. I think it's even gone around to the community where they know that I don't buy flowers. Like I buy flowers for Temple.
What? They know?
Man, so the
Yo,
girls.
comment down below if you knew that, cause I think she's capping. She's lying.
No,
Y'all don't know
there
that.
was one shop in particular where I bought resin pieces,
Y'all don't know
and
that.
I had bought these beautiful resin flowers, and I was like, oh, I need one for Temple because he loves flowers, and she was like, you buy the flowers? I was like, yes, I buy the flowers in the relationship. So Temple loves flowers, he loves getting them, but he also hates it at the same time because the flowers are, they're
dying.
So
before I even touched them, they were dying, and while I'm touching them, they're dying, and when they get here, I get to watch them die. That's sad, bro.
Right. So we no longer get flowers, but we go and appreciate it. We go to the local botanical gardens. We'll see them. We'll take pictures. I think our phones actually consist of quite a lot of pictures for flowers in terms of that.
If y'all want those flower pics, if y'all want those flower videos,
We gotta go to the botanical
of craziness that I be getting onto, comment
We should
down
take
below.
the celestial fam on a botanical garden excursion.
The celestial beings.
Yes.
Y'all names is like celestial beings, I be calling y'all.
Word.
Celestial bodies, I be calling y'all at times. But yeah, traditional. Nah, we don't bang with that traditional stuff. I bring you home stuff though. It be like snacks and shit.
I love
like
snacks.
Sweets. I can't really have that much sweets. I'll get a mega headache off of a scoop of damn ice cream. Not lactose intolerant at all. I love
whole
milk.
ice cream.
I'll get a headache
Rocky
off of a
Road in
scoop
particular.
of ice cream. I'll get a headache off of like 2 cookies. I'll get a headache off of like 1 slice of cake, 1 slice of pie. So like,
It's called being old.
I push those boundaries a little bit, I guess.
We
But
old. We can't be having this stuff no more.
bro, you eat all the sweets. What do you mean we old? You ain't old. It's just you can handle it. I can't.
No,
I handle
headaches too.
I handle salt better than you do.
You do.
But like
I have a
I
very
can't
low
be
salt
I
tolerance.
can't be having sweets, and I love the shits though. But I bring you home those sweets from that bodega that I be robbing.
Stop.
And
you
I
can't
mean-
be saying that on YouTube.
Yes, you can. Yes,
Can't
you
be
can.
telling people
This
to
is
be
what
robbing.
happens on the east side. This is what happens on the east coast.
He doesn't rob them. He knows who they are.
Bro,
Stop.
whatever, bro. Ain't nobody coming there to get me anyway. So I'll be bringing home those beautiful like hidden gem bodega snacks.
Yes.
I'll
we
be
love
bringing
bodegas.
her those
Tate's cookies.
No, that's we moved on past the snacks part.
Oh.
Bro, the
What else
little
you brought home?
the little seafood spot over there. Can you let me get to that? The little seafood spot with the little neck clams.
Little neck clams. Yes.
Bro, I be hooking you
Squimps.
up. But when it comes to all that flower shit, nah, you gotta cop it for me.
Which I don't do no more, so it's okay.
It's alright. It's alright. Times is crazy.
Times is wild. We don't need no
So-
flowers right now.
Yeah, flowers is like the last thing. I'm into like crystals now because of you. But that's all good.
He only started getting into crystals.
Obviously, I wasn't exposed to that.
Yeah. I wasn't either. Go ahead.
We OD elaborated. Can we expect more temple creations?
We didn't know.
Oh, I could.
It says, can we expect more temple creations?
Yeah. I was like, oh, I can actually read that. That flowed right off the tongue.
My foot is falling asleep.
You gotta kick that foot on the couch.
Okay.
I mean,
Because it hurts. It's asleep.
bro, that doesn't help.
It does.
You just have to just let your foot just be out. But creations, yeah. Skulls. I love the skulls. Like the
So tell them what you've already created
wax
so far.
skulls. What, the wax skulls and stuff?
Yeah. So wax skulls.
Those crazy cubes, because I was bored out of my mind, because that was like the beginning of me staying home and looking at the crystal industry, the crystal business, like, let me do stuff. But I have a huge imagination, like daydreaming-ish imagination. Like, I might not look like it, but I do. but I have a huge disconnect of creativity from my brains to my hands to like reality stuff. So like, it's hard for me to make stuff. I'm not an artist. I don't have a degree in art and stuff like that. And even if you don't have a degree in art and you're lit, God bless you, but I don't. So it's super hard for me to get into creating stuff.
But you've been doing really good though.
You think so?
I think you've been doing really
Y'all
good.
think so? Yo, there's mad stuff in here. We gotta go.
You gotta hustle?
Yeah. What's your zodiac?
What's your zodiac? So I guess you can say it's either like your astrology as well.
Yeah,
so,
like the Pisces and stuff.
Right.
I'm
So
a Pisces.
Temple is a Pisces, but we don't actually really know the rest of it, like his sun and moon.
That's part of the zodiac too?
Yes, his sun and his moon and rising.
They've been teaching people wrong. They just say, yo, you're Pisces and shut up and go over there.
Right. So we don't actually know because we don't know what time of day he was born.
Yeah, I don't be asking my parents all that.
Right. And his mother doesn't remember, to really be honest.
She probably remembers. She just
No, I asked.
Oh, you asked her.
I did. I asked mom, and mom said it's on his birth certificate, and I said, ma'am, it's not there. So
or my birth certificate is
your original birth certificate is no longer existent. So I can't believe that they expect us to keep something from birth to be around forever, but whatever.
Do they digitalize that stuff now?
I don't know.
Like if you had a baby yesterday, comment down below. But
or expecting a baby. How does
if you had a baby yesterday, comment down below if like the birth certificate is like digital.
Same thing with
or
like
if they hand you a crusty. Is that digital?
No. Social security cards, I think, is still a thing where it's in a piece of paper.
Alright, but we was
for some reason mine is laminated, even though it says specifically on the back, do not laminate. So I don't know how these people.
Because they wanted you to mess it up so you could pay for another one.
Probably. But
no, not probably. It's
my sign is I am a Virgo sun and rising and a Leo moon, because I do know when I was born. And then because there's another thing too with the zodiacs, is my Chinese zodiac. So I am also year of the monkey, and you are year of the ox.
Ox/tiger.
Ox/tiger. I believe Temple falls right between that line of being an ox or a tiger, and he has both qualities, so he's an ox and a tiger in this instance. But I am 100% the monkey.
Yo, imagine that shit is art though. I'll be like a tiger with like horns, or I'll be like.
There goes your imagination.
See, shit is crazy. I just need these stupid hands to do something else besides crushing things and create something lit. Or
next question.
Yeah, next question. Let me just stop. Thank you, Ross. How do y'all meet?
How did y'all meet?
Yo, it was a glitch in the Matrix, bro. Straight up.
So we have arguments about this all the time. So we actually met on a dating site. It was like one of those like random dating sites. It wasn't nothing big like Tinder or nothing. And at the time, this contributes to not being old-fashioned, because at the time it wasn't a thing. It really wasn't.
Tinder wasn't a thing yet. I believe
Tinder was a thing, but
Tinder's a thing now, because this is like the digital super revolution.
It was one of those things where back then, and we met in like 2011, right? 2011, it was still during that time period when meeting strangers and meeting people online was still very sketchy. People didn't really do that. It wasn't normal. There was a lot of cases of people going missing because you were meeting strangers off the internet. It was a whole bunch of that stuff. So that definitely contributes to us not being traditional in any sense. So what happens is, on this dating app, like a lot of dating apps, you are only showing people within your area, right? So his was located only in New York, mine was only located in Boston. And now we always argue about this, because he will always say that I liked one of his pictures. But the thing is, I never like pictures. I'm one of those people who have social media, who goes on social media, who will see your content, who will see your stuff, but won't like or comment or anything. Because I'm very much just a person that just kind of goes through it. Like, I just scroll on Instagram. Only recently did I start adapting the idea of liking, commenting, and doing all the good stuff, is because I became a shop. I understand that you need to have interaction on the shop to gain interaction and such like that. But back then, I was just a student. I ain't like nothing. So he says that I liked his picture, but in reality, my story is that he liked my photo. But what we do come to the conclusion is that yes, it was a glitch in the matrix.
It was a glitch, bro.
Where for some reason, when we asked each other where we were from, we were like, one was from Boston, one was New York, and we were like, what? How did that happen? I have my geolocation set to this.
And me, I don't think so. Like mine was set
It's
to any
automatically
specific
set,
point. But whatever, I wasn't into all that settings and craziness.
I know, but it's automatically set where you had to pay to get it, like Tinder. You have to pay to get it set to a different location altogether.
Oh, whatever.
How do you not get bored in your relationship after so many years together? What you mean I am bored? I'm just kidding.
This is the one that's gonna be a while, because I have ideas about this one.
Oh.
I feel that we don't necessarily get like super bored or whatever, or bored for so many years, because like, for one thing, if you look at what she did recently, is like she works on herself. I work on myself. Like, it's hard to really explain that, but like, I feel like if you work on yourself, not apart or whatever, like, yeah, I would break up and freaking work on yourself and then come back together or whatever. But if you like be attentive of one another, but also at the same time work on yourself, you won't necessarily get bored. Like, she started up a business, that's on her end. Like, she's the big brains of that. She's the super financial, like, insight on that stuff. Like, all I was doing was outside looking in like, oh shit, you doing your thing. And now imagine if you do that, but in so many other aspects in your life, like, I guess whether it's like health and fitness and education and all this other stuff, your significant other, your spouse, your husband, your boyfriend, whatever, they're supposed to like notice that. And it's supposed to like help out the relationship. It spices it up. It gives it that razzmatazz, you know what I mean?
Razzmatazz.
I don't know why I wanted to say that, but it gives it that flair. Like, this is her business, and it inspired a guy like me, something rough and crazy that I can be. It inspired me to like get into the skull stuff. It inspired me to light up her Yoda. Well, the Yoda's Tiffany made from her. Shout out Tiff. The spheres up there. Her, like, I like lighting up her crystals. That's a part that I like to do in this. And she brought that into my life. She brought that into the relationship. That's cool. I like that. That's gonna be something that never could necessarily be taken away. Like, that's a cool thing that she did. There's many other examples of like stuff like that she has done, or possibly things that I've done to bring into the relationship to make it lit. But this is one of the things that y'all could witness, that you guys could witness, which is pretty cool, because y'all asking about what stuff can I really get into next. And you know, like I said, there's a big disconnect with my imagination, but I really appreciate what she has done. It's really freaking cool.
Thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome, bro.
But yeah, I think to elaborate on it, I think the main thing is that to be able to experience a good, fulfilling life, you really have to work on yourself. And like you said, whether it be fitness, whether it be continuing your educations, whatever it may be, as long as you continue to work on yourself, you will attract that same energy back, right? Because energy is definitely very powerful. So for me, it was just like, all right, well, I don't want to stay the same. And I've been very proud of the fact that I do what I choose to do. Nobody's going to tell me no. Nobody's going to say I can't do it or whatever. And I mean, I have a lot of different things where I like different hobbies that I can contribute, where I can bring you to this side and say, hey, come join me on this and stuff like that.
Like the paintings. Yeah, I know about the paintings.
Yeah, so
she's been doing stuff like that.
Right. So I do paint, and I got Temple. He was always like, no, I can't paint. I can't do it. And I said, well, let's go on, one of those typical paint nights. We went to one, and he thoroughly enjoyed it, and he really loved it. And I think his paintings came out great with some good instructions. And he liked it so much that we definitely went at least a couple of times now with a couple of our friends, and just by ourselves on a date and stuff. And, it's stuff like that where we learn to work on ourselves and also introduce new things into our life, where we don't stay the same all the time. Where we've consistently, over the 10 years that we've been together, we have always been changing no matter what. Whether it be little or a lot or just completely different and out of pocket. Like this business. This business was completely random, for sure. So as long as you work on yourself, I think that's the best answer to a lot of things, for sure.
Comment down below if that makes sense. Or work on yourself to bring better things to the relationship.